Shocking news has the crypto community it today. The recent theft included more than 46 billion tokens. Some even claim that Satoshi Kusama pocketed the whole thing. However, what in the world had just transpired? Okay, I'll try to clarify. Welcome to Dr. Crypto, your daily serving of Shiba. This is the spot for you if you're curious about anything related to Shiba. If you want to keep informed about all the latest news forecasts and stay ahead of the curve in the crypto industry, subscribe. To get more SHIB news, be sure to click the like button. You may recall from my earlier films that the Shiba Inu development team released Shibarium, a Layer 2 scaling solution, some 5 months ago. The goal of Shibarium's pledge to donate 70% of gas charge earnings to Shiba Inu burns is to encourage the breed's popularity even further. Considering the enormous Shiba Inu supply of more than 500 trillion tokens, the launch was a cunning maneuver by the Shiba Inu team. In order to achieve the community's aim of 1 penny per token, it was required to burn billions of tokens. And chief developer Satoshi Kusama proclaimed Shibarium to be the answer. Since major token burns have a huge impact on the token's value, the community was anxiously anticipating Shibarium's ability to do this critical duty. Since Shibarium is essential to achieving the goal of decreasing the token supply, which might lead to a rise in the price of Shiba Inu, the community is eager for further burns. However, here is when everything started to go awry. Out of the more than $1,300,000 that the development team had already made, more than $900,000 was going to be burned and converted to Shiba Inu. December was the month with the most burns, and January was the month with the 5th. The Shiba Inu community is understandably worried, since it has been more than 30 days since the previous fire, which means the 6th burn will be 30 days overdue. As one would expect, the Shiba Inu community is understandably irritated by the creator's 30-day silence. Picture yourself looking forward with great anticipation to a promised event, such as a much-anticipated concert, to be kept in the dark about when it will take place and given no information whatsoever. In this kind of circumstance, it's normal to feel let down and annoyed. Similarly, the community is fed up with the constant confusion and lack of progress on the Shiba Inu burns, which are affecting the value of the token to a considerable degree. Due to a lack of communication, members of the community are anxious for the creators to provide transparency and comfort. This highlights the community's great need for up-to-date and transparent information in order to keep faith in the project's trajectory. The 30-day absence of the developers, however, is only the beginning. During this time of quiet, what really happened? Why aren't the developers speaking up? What happened to the more than $45,000 that went missing? About 46 billion Shiba Inu tokens, to be exact. What the fuck is going on right now? Keep watching as we explore these important subjects further and find out what happened in the Shiba Inu community recently. Regarding the latest news, you may remember that the development team had a hard time turning the bone tokens used for gas costs into Shiba Inu. Because of its substantial influence on the mechanism's efficacy, the low liquidity of bone tokens on the burning process must be considered. This obstacle may have exacerbated the 30-day burn delay, further illuminating the difficulties the team has had in carrying out the burns as planned. These considerations highlight the complexity of the burning process and the ways in which these obstacles may affect community expectations and the project schedule. However, even if this explanation is correct, it fails to address the community's concerns about the Devia's lack of activity and updates. Some have assumed that the crew has disappeared with the money as there have been no updates from them. This mistrust is analogous to the uncertainty that surrounds a close friend's honesty when they vanish without a trace with the money they had contributed to a group effort. The fact that the squad has carried out 5 burns contradicts this idea, however. Why would they have lit these fires instead of just stealing the money and running? This begs the issue of whether they intended to flee with the money. This is analogous to the player who might win the game's grand prize, but instead decides to keep some of it, which defeats the purpose of saving enough for an escape. The Shiba Inu community finally spoke out at this point. Satoshi Kusama was alerted by Oscar Ramos, a well-known person in the Shiba Inu community, to the fact that a substantial burn had not been visible for more than 30 days. He asked whether there would be additional burns this month and asked for a burn date calendar that was easy to understand. Ramos reiterated his dedication to the community and demanded an explanation from the team about the burn schedule. He also has Shiba Inu tokens on the cover of the magazine. Furthermore, Lola, yet another esteemed Shiba Inu, voiced her worries about the delayed burns. She asked Shitoshi Kusama directly how the Shiba Inu burns were coming along, bringing attention to how the community was waiting for one sticky zero to be removed and how they wanted explicit updates on the burn process. Notable members of the community have spoken out about the growing anger and need for the DAV team to do more to address the issue of Shiba Inu burns. These exchanges demonstrate the growing frustration and need for transparent information on the upcoming burn transaction and when it will take place. But listen up, this is important. The team's recognition of the inefficiencies associated with manual burns, which may include labor intensiveness, human mistake, and the necessity for continual monitoring, is reflected in the continuing Shibarium shift from manual fires to automation incineration. People in the neighborhood were disappointed since the change that was supposed to happen in January never happened. This back and forth between unfulfilled promises and subsequent justifications reminds me of other times when the team just kept silent and didn't deliver. Questions about the team's communication clarity and the matching of community expectations with their objectives have been raised by their recent statement that they did not guarantee the switch to automated burns in January, but merely testing. Imagine a circumstance when a corporation promises a product to launch on a certain date, but when the debut is delayed, the firm faces criticism for not keeping their word, which ultimately leads to unhappy customers. Some members of the community have taken offense to the team's request for patience and have stopped participating in the Shiba Inu project altogether because of it. This highlights the need of open and clear communication between the group and the community in order to avoid misunderstandings and manage expectations efficiently. Nevertheless, we can only hope that things will become better soon with the Shiba Inu team's engagement with the community and the switch to automatic burning. This transparency is vital for the Shiba Inu project because it affects the faith that investors and community members have in the initiative and how reliable they think it is. If the Shiba Inu team wants to keep its reputation as a reliable cryptocurrency, they need to be honest and forthright with the community and stick to their word. Like in a relationship, this requires regular, open dialogue to preserve the peace and dignity of both parties. Just as in a relationship, the link between participants is strengthened when commitments are kept and communication is clear. In the cryptocurrency industry, trust and confidence are key to the long-term viability of a project like Shiba Inu, and open and honest communication is the key to fostering it. However, what is your view on the matter? Please share your thoughts in the space provided. Your comment would be much appreciated. The day is over now. Remember to give it a big thumbs up. To see our most recent material, share it and subscribe to the channel.